Welcome back to Shenanigans, everybody. So, you guys are on your way to Coxport because there's clearly nothing else we need to discuss.
We have business to take care of first.
Yeah.
What business do we need to take care of in Kershwick?
Neil,
Look at our new map, guys. We've updated it with location names and a new mountain range.
What did you say during the break, Neil? It was something along the lines of, I don't know anything Patrick Stewart has been in apart from Star Trek.
I think he's done some X-Men movies, but I haven't seen them.
Okay, let us go back to the glory days of fantasy movies, to the very best and actually only good King Arthur movie, Excalibur.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even heard of it.
Or if we want to be a little bit more sci-fi,
the one where they have sex in full plate armor.
What? Are you joking? While they're in plate armor?
You seriously have not seen Excalibur?
No.
Any amount of Shakespearean stage plays, he's been in like pretty much every Shakespearean stage. It's like just he's incredibly well-known theater actor as well.
Oh, he did Robin Hood Men in Tights. Yeah, I remember him in that.
That's where you went.
Yeah.
With Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, Robin Hood Men in Tights and Star Trek The Next Generation. I've seen LA Story, but I don't remember him in there.
Are you trolling us?
Neil, I am not. I'm looking through his filmography right now.
Neil, have you ever seen Dune?
No, I haven't.
No Excalibur.
No.
No Dune.
No.
I just can't work under these conditions. I really can't. It hurts me deep inside.
He was... Did you see Family Guy?
I've seen a few episodes of Family Guy, but I don't watch it. I've probably seen like maybe 10 or 15 episodes.
Or not Family Guy. American Dad.
No.
Okay, American Dad, he's like literally pretty much Patrick Stewart, like drawn the same way as the dude's boss. They just like flat out drew him and just say, we'll just not call him Patrick Stewart.
I didn't know he did 7 episodes of The Daily Show as a correspondent.
That's pretty cool. Have you seen Extras?
No. All right, if I'm going to watch one Patrick Stewart film or TV show, Dune.
We
can go with Dune. I would toss Excalibur out there too.
Oh yeah.
Because he hasn't seen that. I mean, which one do we feel he most needs to see?
Dune's like a classic sci-fi movie, like utterly classic.
All right, Dune and Excalibur.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dune, you
and these movies are so good that he was knighted for them.
Read Dune, right?
No.
I'm going to beat you to death with this fancy folio edition of Dune, okay? Just with sexy illustrations. Check out these fucking illustrations, man. Look at that shit. Look at it. This is a nice version of Dune.
You're aware that like he and Gandalf just like hang.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures of the two of them on the internet.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen are basically like sort of like, platonic life mates kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the impression the internet gives me, but I don't recognize Ian McKellen from anything other than Lord of the Rings either.
You don't recognize Ian McKellen from anything other than
what else is Ian McKellen does? Ian McKellen filmography.
You shit friends.
As he?
And who's this Joss Whedon everyone keeps talking about?
No, I'm familiar with Joss Whedon. He was great.
Evil Harry Dredd. Read Dune. It's amazing.
And there's some show everyone keeps ranting about. Dragonfly, was that it? Housefly, Horsefly.
I don't know what you're talking about, actually. Dragonfly?
Firefly.
Ian McKellen was in Firefly?
No.
No!
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no,
we were just pretending like you wouldn't know what Firefly was.
Okay.
Do you know what Firefly is, Neil?
Of course I know what Firefly is.
Okay. Buffy?
Yeah, I love Joss Whedon. He was great. Buffy was great.
Actually, we did do
Firefly was great.
I
Serenity
think
was
we
great. Avengers was great.
did a Firefly marathon at your house once, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We did.
At
That's
Ryan's
great.
house, I think.
That.
Yeah.
You're not a dead loss. That's fine then. Okay,
Yeah.
you're not a dead.
I even watched, what was that movie with the people who, or the show with the people whose memories keep getting erased because they're blah blah blah. That Joss Whedon show that tanked hard.
Dollhouse.
Yeah. Which was not fantastic, but
Neil would be the best pop quiz captain. Oh my god, can you imagine?
yeah, I'm looking here at Ian McKellen's history of films, and I've literally only seen the Lord of the Rings films. Although he did narrate Stardust, which was cool.
I love Stardust. Okay, you redeemed yourself slightly because I adore Stardust.
The first day I saw Stardust, I watched
my
it.
My daughter has a signed, with pictures and everything that he drew, graveyard book.
I have the graphic novel of the Graveyard Book.
Oh, I saw that.
Got that. It's nice. Don't know where the hell I've put it though, but I had it somewhere.
Anyway,
sorry.
Kershwick, right?
Yes.
On to things I know things about, or pretend to know things about. You hop in the boat the very next morning and make from Kershwick to Coxport. Unless there's any last-minute things you would like to do before you depart.
Bear Drop Island.
That's the name.
Is that like, are there koalas or?
No, drop bears. Koalas and drop bears, very different.
No, this is Bear Drop, not Drop Bear.
A bear's likely to drop on you?
You've never been. Maybe that's what happens.
Maybe the bears there are very oily and they're hard to hold on to.
There are many good questions, but you don't know the answers to any of them.
Well, we're gonna find out
The hard way?
the hard way. So now Coxport, was that a good dog place? Or I guess I can just buy a dog at the show.
You have a dog. Oh, did you wanted to buy a second dog?
Yes.
Right. Well, you might be able to purchase
I've got the name. I just need the dog to go with it.
Scrapper and Rex.
Yes.
Good names. Good names.
They were always supposed to be a pair, except the dogs were 25 gold apiece, and I didn't have it. And I made the character.
All right. So you guys hop into your little galley and you sail the, what did I say it was, like 20 miles?
Yeah.
Almost 20 miles to
13, I
Coxport.
thought it was. Something.
Sure, something like
no,
that.
I would sail 200. No, wait.
16, 17 miles, something like that. You make it to Coxport later that day. Later in the kind of late afternoon, evening of that day.
13 miles across the sea. Bear Drop Island is waiting for me. Bear Drop Island, the island of romance. Romance.
You arrive in Coxport later that day. It is a wonderfully nice city. There's a wall that goes around it except for the harbor. It's built up into a hillside with the nicer, wealthier buildings up on the hillside and the kind of dirty, poor things down below. There's nice long wooden piers and docks and a boardwalk that extends along the coast. There's a 3-story tall stone, looks like a keep down by the docks, where you see people ushering their slave rowers into, it looks maybe like a holding place for the slave rowers of most ships. Your ship is manned mostly by slaves rowing it as well. It's the times. There are, slavery is a thing. A lot of labor is done
Times
by
they
slaves.
aren't a changing.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
there are inns and taverns, people of all races and creeds running about, lots of trade happening. It is a bustling little town of sin. You step off the ship onto the docks in the late afternoon. Having no idea where this dog show is, how to get in there, if there's an invitation required, you're just kind of plopped in Coxport. Your horse and wagon gets unloaded, and the 5 of you stand there.
I'm going to listen out to see if I can hear distant barking.
You do. And you hear not so distant barking. and you see people walking dogs around. Dogs are pretty common to have.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like look around, see if there's anybody with a fancy-looking dog.
You see Kuri.
Anybody else
Oh.
apart from my current party members with a fancy-looking dog? Is Scrapper particularly fancy-looking?
I don't know. He's a guard dog. He's a Great Dane. He's freaking huge. He's basically Scooby-Doo.
Who should you see? But oh crap! I didn't write down his name, did I? But Archibald Mayfeather walking down the docks with a gorgeous dog on a leash, and the dog has like a nice red collar with silver spikes coming out of the sides. The leash is made out of silk, and it looks like he might have emeralds embroidered in like the loop that he holds onto the leash. And the dog has this like kind of like horse dancing where they've got the nice steps going on.
Prancing.
The dog is prancing as it walks with its perfect posture.
I'm gonna try and ventriloquize a meow behind the dog.
Give it to me.
Come on, baby. Come on. Wait. Oh, really?
I think he wanted you to actually meow.
Oh, I want the meow and the deep and the roll. Boom. You meow perfectly, and yet the dog does not look back.
Dude, what? Is that dog deaf?
Or is it well trained? Who knows?
Make a can opener noise.
There's no electric can open, is it? Which I'm gonna try and do
Yes,
that.
that's true. An electric can opener would be totally anachronistic for this. They only opened can openers in the Middle Ages.
I try making the noise of a piece of meat. Splop.
Archibald Mayfeather continues to walk down the harbor, having not seen you guys yet. He's walking away from you as well.
In that case, I'm going to sort of like casually walk up behind him and try and pick his pocket. Because fuck that guy.
What is your pickpocket skill?
I got 15%. I don't know how that works.
All right. Now, mind you, he will not know that you pick his pockets unless you roll really badly. He has a 3% chance per his level, of detecting your pickpocket. So if you roll like 100, he'll see it for sure. If he's a first level NPC, if you roll a 97 or higher, he'll notice.
So I roll a D100, right?
You want to roll a D100 and you want to roll 15 or lower. And you do not want to roll like a high number. 22. Oh, so close. You try and pick the pockets, but he starts to turn and you kind of elegantly spin and walk in a different direction. And he stops down and shuffles something around his feet and gets back up and keeps moving.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go sort of just be like, okay, then carry on.
Okay. Cree,
Interesting
Scrapper.
petunias.
Anyone else have anything they want to do?
I'm not picking anyone's pocket. No.
Gotta pick a
well,
pocket.
let's find a good place to stay. That
Gotta
seems to
pick
be
a pocket.
priority.
Okay, you guys find a place to stay for a little while.
Okay, what's the name?
It is named... It is the well-known and popular pub... Fuck! I don't have any names for this place.
The pub fuck.
No! No, it's called...
What's fuck in another language?
It's called the...
Hoompa loompa.
The Hammerhead. I thought I had this place already mapped out.
The hammerhead?
The Hammerhead. As in the...
If it looks like a hammerhead, there's something very, very wrong.
Yes, let's go to the ham or head. We'll go there. Innkeeper. We've heard this place is famous. Let's see the hospitality that made it so.
Alright, what you want?
What is your best meal that you have prepared today?
We got some eel fin soup. Very hard to come by because most eels don't have fins.
Dude, they got the little.
Interesting.
Those are flippers.
They're fins.
Those are flippers.
They're fins, dude.
Those are flippers.
They're fins.
He leans in close. Those are flippers. Eel fin soup is hard to come by.
Why are you feeding us leftovers, man?
You wanted the best, and this is the best. Now, do you want your eel fin soup or not?
You know what, dude? No, I do not want eel fin soup. What the fuck, man? I'm not having your leftovers. What? I want some actual eel in my soup.
Fine, you
Not
can
just
have the eel. It's the lesser of the meals, but you can have normal eel. You, sir, look like a man of impeccable taste. Would you like some eel fin soup?
I think I'll try some.
Fantastic. He plates out some soups. Dave, you get eel stew, and Corey, you get eel fin stew.
Yes, I feel exactly like Henry the First. Took an English person to get that one.
So, the stew is quite good. Both of them are quite good.
All right, and I'll order up also for.
Many
How do we get-
species, but not all species lack fins. Anyway, sorry, what?
I was going to say, let's get a couple of chickens to feed up Ilori and rhubarb and scraps for Scrapper.
Does she have to pluck her own chicken?
No, they'll pluck the chicken for you and cook it for you. So while you're
How
sitting
good is she
around,
at handling? No, never mind. Nothing.
while you guys are sitting around, someone approaches you and goes, "Hey, that's a nice dog. Are you here for the show?"
Indeed, we are.
You know, that's in 4 days. Do you have a ticket?
We don't. We were just informed of it. Really don't know much more about it than that. What does it take to be a participant?
Well, it's limited entry. I don't know. It might already be full up or something.
Yo, we should go do that.
I'm familiar with entries that are both limited and full up.
Good. Well, the show's taking place over at the Coliseum. It's on the far side of town down there, far on the south side of town, far from the docks. It's supposed to be quite the show. They say Archibald's going to win again. I'm sorry, Lord Mayfeather is going to win again. He always seems to find the very best dogs to compete.
Well, he was trying to purchase this one from me, so I'm guessing he considers this one of the best and competition for his own.
Well then, you guys are in for some luck. Well, for some bad luck, probably. He's likely to win. He always wins, but it won't really matter if you guys can't get a ticket.
So how do we get a ticket?
Well, they only allow so many competitors. It's 16 competitors, and I think they're all sold out. The only way to get a new ticket, well, the only way to get in is if you have a ticket in hand, or
So what
if
happens if,
someone
like,
drops
dog-
out, you might be able to replace them.
That would be a terrible shame if one of the dogs was
Let's
to
see,
drop
what
out.
do these tickets look like?
They are scraps of parchment. Well, not scraps. Carefully cut and decorated scraps of parchment with the names scrawled around it and the signature of Lord Canine on it.
I see, Lord Canine there. Could I get a look at one of these somewhere?
I don't have a ticket. You got to go find one of the ticket holders to see it.
Who would have a ticket?
Well, Lord Archibald Mayfeather would have one, as well as any of the other competitors. Yeah.
And how many of these tickets are there?
16? No more, no less.
So not enough that if one was forged, it would go unnoticed.
Yeah, it's a head-to-head sort of tournament.
There goes the forgery.
Dude, do you happen to know where this Lord, what's his name?
Mayfeather.
Yeah, is he? Do you know where he's staying at all?
He lives in town. He's got a house way up on the hillside up there.
And a son, right?
He's got a whole bunch of family. He's a pretty good, well-to-do sort of fella.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's good.
Well, he's good at dog competing. That's for damn sure. Got himself a whole kennel just to breed dogs for this very cause.
Why do you need to buy Scrapper then?
Maybe he wanted to get rid of competition. Maybe he thought Scrapper would be a good dog for breeding.
Well, not unless they bought him dinner first. But perhaps we could meet some of these other people and see if there's anybody who's not intending to show or is feeling bad about showing, or we can talk into letting us show this year.
Well, I bet you could find him down by the kennel. It's the name of a tavern near the Coliseum. I bet that's where all the competitors are going to be hanging out and socializing.
Oh, down in the dog district?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Dogtown, as they call it.
Yes, every town has one of those.
Yep. It's where I met my wife.
Every dog has its day.
Yep. She picked me up off the streets and gave me a good home. Woman's far too good for me.
Took you in like a stray?
Pretty much.
That's actually really romantic, dude.
Yep.
There could be a song in that.
Oh, I have a song. If you
Oh.
want to hear it.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Nothing
Definitely.
would
Mind
be-
if I take notes?
Yeah, go for it. And my wife, she's so lovely. I just want her around. He screeches and goes way off key, and it's this awful amalgamation of feelings without any rhythm or rhyming or sense of pitch or key, and it's
Dave is just like crying softly by the end. Just
yeah, it's pretty much just a series of sentences about how he likes his wife with no art to it. Unless you're
My
really,
good
really
sir,
Dude,
these
that was-
are tears of emotion and not at all
That
about the murdering of art.
that was
Bravo.
heartfelt, man.
Let's get
that
you.
was heartfelt.
You've earned a mead.
thank you.
Barkeep, a mead for my friend.
Thank you kindly. Well, I guess I'll be seeing you guys around. I intend on watching the competition myself.
You planning on singing anytime soon? In
No,
public?
I just, that's just for me and the missus.
Oh, good. Good. Oh, yeah. Cool. I have a headache.
Your exposition was invaluable.
Thank you. Most people don't really like it.
No, I find that exposition is very important. Finding ways to creatively do it. I mean, it can't always take place in a brothel a la Game of Thrones.
Is that exposition or no? Never mind.
Exposition?
No one expects the
lots-
Spanish exposition.
The Spanish. All right, never mind.
Spanish exposition.
Yes.
It's very surprising.
Very.
I love surprising sex positions.
And on that note, why don't you guys head down to the kennel?
Like
Or
the Eiffel Tower
the-
69. That's a good one.
The Eiffel Spanish. It's French.
Don't know the Eiffel
like-
Tower 69?
Canley.
or very good friends.
And, if you lose your grip, it gets... There is the possibility of injury. Surprise is one of our best weapons. Oh, yes.
Okay. Where to? What to? How
The other
to?
one, this big purple wobbly... No, anyway. You played Saints Row, right?
I guess we're going to go to the dog district.
All right. You head down to the dog district. You see the Colosseum. You see the kennel. And you see many people, like 5 people out front of the kennel, holding their dogs and examining each other's dogs and talking in highfalutin voices about, their breeds and their dog's pedigree. And, oh, yes, your dog may, be the great-grandson of Woofer the Bold, but my dog is simply the grandson of Woofer the Bold. You see, his father bred until his late ages, and yada, 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 yada. There's much to do about these things. And as people walk in, as you walk in with Scrapper, you get some conversation stopping and people pointing and laughing at Scrapper. You're not thinking of competing with that mangy mutt?
Well, no, I haven't been because I didn't want to humiliate the rest of you.
Oh, it's easy to say when you can't compete. Look at him. I bet his mother was a mutt. He probably is a mutt himself.
Actually, a direct descendant of Cerberus. There's the picture in case you needed to know the Eiffel 69.
Wait, what?
With rabbits. Didn't know if we could put that in chat. It is rabbits.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. God, that looks logistically difficult. Anyway, sorry, what?
Like I said, good friends.
Why are they high-fiving?
Eiffel!
There you go, chat.
Oh my God, what the fuck
That is
this?
definitely not safe for work, by the way. Just by the way, if you're at work, don't open that link, but...
Okay, on the sidebar here is Disney's Dude's Dicks, what your favorite princes look like naked. I have to click on this. No one humps like Gaston, has weird lumps like Gaston.
I scrolled down for the full picture of Gaston.
Oh, God. Prince Charming, hello.
Oh, God.
John Smith, my God.
Prince Charming's excited to see you.
Prince Naveen, no. Damn. Flynn Rider.
Dang. Boy, Aladdin's going to show you more than just the world there.
Okay, the dude from Frozen. It's like a Coke can. Anyway, sorry.
See, a game. A game.
So what were we?
You're at the kennel? And
Prince Adams has got his phone out. He's taking a picture. Oh.
You started this, Rob. You started this.
I just linked to rabbits.
And yeah, but then there was the dicks, and I can't,
So, let's just close all these things. Let's get back to the game here. Rob, what have you done to us?
I need a moment to process still. To come back from that.
So at the kennel, there's all these people and their dog.
Curve.
Guys, we're gonna take our break early. We'll be back in a few minutes. We clearly need some breaks here. We'll come back and do a nice big segment for our finale. See you guys in 5 minutes. Bye bye, everyone.